Hello teacher, my name is Yurani Andrea Rivera, I'm 40 years old and I'm second semester of my degree in Spanish and English. Today I want to talk about one of my last vacations. Uh, as you can see here, this event happened in 2004. I went to my mother's farm in Risaralda, Cauca. This was an interesting place with big mountains, rivers, streams, and small roads. I stayed there in my mother's farm, and she lived there with her husband. In the farm, there were different kind of animals that was fantastic for me to know each everyone. This was very special for me because everything around us was nature and green and beautiful. It was an amazing experience. Now I want to tell something related with the weather in Cauca. And I have to say the weather was cold and there I wore boots and sometimes jackets and sweaters too. But the men wore jeans, shorts, and boots and hats too. Um, that was interesting. The people there were working frequently in the field, planting fruit trees and harvesting too, especially cocoa, coffee, and corn. With corn, we prepare arepas to eat. Um, they ate sancocho every day for lunch. That was really interesting for me and unusual because I like the idea to have different foods every day. But I have to obviously to eat this food. It was delicious, but always the same is strange. Near the home, for example, there weren't bakeries to buy bread, so we have to eat fruits and vegetables instead bread, and that was very nice because we can't eat healthy food. Okay, here in this part you can see the part when I was in the farm with many plants, for example plantains, avocados, and oranges, and there were many other things. And one of my favorites was the delicious pineapple that I remember I planted several of them. This was one of my favorite activities there because you can feel that you can breathe better because the air is very clear and it's pure and it's different to the cities. So I realized that the farmers work really hard and they work since the morning until night, and that is interesting because they plant fruits and vegetables to eat and sell to get money. Okay, in this part of the video, we'll have the opportunity to talk about food. And so, in my vacation, obviously, I remember when I was cooking with my family a delicious food. Here you can see in a photo sancocho, and by the other hand, we have the opportunity to make panela with sugar cane. That was really hard but rewarding at the end because you can get a very good product to feed your family and sell too. And we met with our family to make this food. For example, my cousins, my mother, and her husband, and some friends too. That was very nice. Okay, in this part, when I was on my vacation, I made different activities and related with animals. For example, I rode horse on the roads and I went to small towns to get the food on weekends, especially on Sundays. I went to the river to fish too with some friends, and it was an unusual situation for me because I felt afraid about the place because it was far from home. I also was in a great festival in the main town. Yeah, I was dancing and I realized that the music was different to ours, but it was okay. That was very nice. they hear, for example, cumbia. Um, I don't know. The music was absolutely different than ours, but it was okay. And finally, I have this photo with my son. He was very small, maybe 7 months here, and he was very cute, and he's very cute now. But we have to stay there just 1 week more because we returned to our house in the city. So I have to say that thank you very much for your attention, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.